So you can't assume that everyone is the image of God. No, that is a wrong assumption, because Adam had become contrary to God, and he has become another image of his own self, not of God but his own self. And so he now gave birth to children in that image, and so these children were the image of Adam, not of God, because why, he has become something else, his own image. And so the image is producing were the image of his own self, but not of God. So it's a great assumption for we to just come from nowhere and say, oh, we are the image of God because you are human. No, it doesn't really count. Because you are human, it doesn't really count. It doesn't really count that you are the image of God. You are not the image of God. If God is not resting on you, how are you the image of God? Because the rest of God is supposed to be in man. The rest of God did not rest elsewhere. He didn't rest elsewhere. He needed to rest in man. So man had to be in alignment with God for them to agree. Because if you disobey God, he says it that if you disobey me, you will not come into my rest. So if the man in the beginning had disobeyed God, and so he did not enter into the rest of God. So until the man that obeyed God came, that's when God rested upon him, and that's when we can now rest in God, and God can now rest in us. And that's so we can usher in the 7th days. Because once after the 6 days, that's the 7 days now. So Adam was not created on the 6th day. On the 6th day was the day that God created the man in his own image, and the man is in his own form and his own likeness. And we see who this person is, and we know that it's not Adam, because the Bible, according to 1 Corinthians 15, there are two creations. There are two Adams, there are two man, there are two natures. You understand? So the both of them, it is written there in Genesis that the both of them are created. You understand? So it's just for you to know which one is talking about this. And we see two creations in Genesis. Now we should be bold enough to know that this one is talking about Christ and this one is talking about Adam.